Miyadad 6. There was a time when for a certain period, in one-day cricket, this is not test, in one-day cricket, Indian batsmen, Indian bowlers, Indian fielders, the Indian team did get psychologically affected.
When you lose a match like that, it does start playing in your mind, and you can say, as good as winning match, you can lose and start playing, the negative forces start working in that, and that's one great win can change your thinking totally, change of thinking of a team. Same thing what you said a minute back is when India play against Pakistan, what happened to Pakistan playing on during the World Cup. It's just a mind. I think somewhere the people will come out and some brilliant knock will come out and they will bounce back. These things does affect because you open the newspaper, the reminder is there, people start talking about that subject more often than one, and the player does read those type of things and start playing in their mind also.
Now, why do you think, what were you thinking, by the way? This is just an offhand question. What were you thinking when that last ball was being bowled?
Oh, same thing. If I get a chance again, I will say the same thing. Try to bowl your low Yorker and try to
But he didn't
York
listen
that.
to you, did he?
No, he tried his best, but if the ball is a full toss and he try Yorker and a batsman of Javed Miandad class, and he used that opportunity so well. So I think it happened many times after that also, and very few time it happened. The batsman got an upper hand at that ball, and that was a very turning point.
Rumor has it.
I thought it is cricketing wise also sometimes these type of things make so much difference because you and me can talk and people remember that. I mean, some of the things will always bring a good or bad memories.
Okay, rumor has it, and this one I have to ask, rumor has it that you were chasing around Chetan Sharma with a bat in the dressing room.
Not at all. I think it's never require that. Being a sportsman, I could have done the same thing. And as long as he tried his heart out, again, there is two side playing. One have to win, one have to lose. And same thing happened in Lahore when Nehra was bowling. Same thing, 6 runs require, and he bowled the similar type of a ball, and the batsman got out in cover. I mean, there is no difference. It was a low full toss, but execution of Javed Miandad was far better than Moin Khan or somebody who was batting and got out at cover point, if I'm not wrong.
We have to take a short break here, Mr. Dev. We're talking to Kapil Dev. You're watching Talkback. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to Talkback, the show where we ask tough, compelling questions from tough, compelling people. 25 years after he led his country to victory, a better conventional outswing bowler does not come to mind, nor does a batsman who hit with more conviction, guts and glory. He was fabled along with Imran Khan, Richard Hadley and Ian Botham as one of the best and outstanding all-rounders of his time. He was chosen as Wisden Cricketer of the Year in 1982 and as Indian Cricketer of the Century. Some call him the Haryana Express. We call him one of the greats of the game. Kapil Dev, welcome to Talkback.
Thank you.
Mr. Dev, you've been there in the most intense period of the India-Pakistan rivalry. The golden years, as they're called, the 70s and the 80s. You, Gavaskar, Vengsakar, Amarnath, Imran Khan, Miandad, Qasim. How was it?
Oh, it was interesting. I think the biggest thing was we didn't play for almost 18 so years. So suddenly tour opened up and both the country was very keen to see, how the cricket is played other side of the border. The passion was there and imagination was there. But the only thing is people haven't seen neither Pakistani seen Indian cricketer, neither Indian people have seen Pakistani cricketer. In our time, when I started, Bishan Singh Bedi, Prasanna, Chandrasekhar, big name in spin department in the world. And we landed up where Imran Khan, Sarfraz, Zahir Abbas, Majid Khan. They were very, very big names. So I was just a baby. I was a young kid playing for my country. So both the side have a very, very big, huge name uh, to go into the ground to play the game.
But let's talk about that. Was it I mean, it was intense. You're saying they played after 18 years. That's when you were a baby and you were among the big names. But what I want to know is it as intense today? Considering the sheer amount of cricket which is played today. Now, you guys went and played after 18 years. But these guys play every year, and people say there's almost too much. There's a saturation point of India-Pakistan cricket. Is it as intense today?
I can't really say because I'm not in the team, so I'm just gather the information from sitting outside. Yes, it's intent. I think both the people are, both the teams, cricketer are very, very conscious and worried. Perhaps the media have taken a role. In our time, the media wasn't there. Hardly it was seen by the people on television because it was just coming up new. Now the television becomes such a big thing in all around the world. Even people sitting any part of the world, Indian or Pakistani, they can see the match. So it's the pressure start increasing every time when more people sees and they start talking about. And I think perhaps I would say today is much more pressure than what we had in our time because the involvement of media, involvement of government, people look up to them to see the better relation between the two countries, not only play cricket, to become the ambassador of the countries. I think those are a very, very important thing, and that's a huge, huge a pressure on the players.
But I mean, now you see ad campaigns and promos start months before the series begin. I remember watching Ganguly and Inzamam dressed up as Mughal warriors and gladiators. I don't know if you remember that campaign months before it started. While you guys were this unknown object, this X factor, you guys just landed, played, and disappeared. There was more mystique to when you guys played versus now when there's the internet and there's ads and there's media scrutiny and people know the brand of the watch these guys are going to wear to the game.
I think it's two ways looking. Either you have to have very big action movies which is promoted or something mystery movies going on. So I think in our time was a more mystery than anything else because people hardly knew anything. When you have a gap of almost 18 years between two countries never played and passionate about the game, and only you heard about stories, he is that good and he is this good, and suddenly it's more a mystery then because you don't know about that. Today is the mystery is not there, it's real action movies and they're looking for the result and they know before a team start coming what we are up to against.
They're looking for results. All right, speaking of results, you're often compared to Imran Khan. There was a serious rivalry between the two of you for who was a better all-rounder. Did that add fuel to the fire that was the India-Pakistan rivalry?
I think not really. Everybody take pride. I mean, as Imran take pride and I take pride, or Ian Botham or Richard Hadley, every cricketer take pride. Look, I want to play better than him, and with that, your performance only improves. And yes, it is rivalry because every now and then you pick up the newspaper, it's written between these two players and this is what's happening. So maybe we don't play from each team, there is nothing rivalry, but the media put it and focus in such a manner, you start noticing and you want to outplay other person.
But did you ever take that rivalry personally, especially with the four of you, Hadley, Botham, Dev and Khan?
I mean, let's put it that way. I can be lying if I say that. If I pick up the newspaper and if Botham is playing, first thing I want to see what he did, or Imran is playing what he did. Is that rivalry or not? I don't know. I don't understand. But suddenly